Last month, a prominent newspaper advised its fellow citizens to skip their breakfast due to rising inflation. Prima facie, this may look like a grim picture from a poverty-struck nation like Pakistan, Sri Lanka, or Venezuela. But that nation is none other than the United States. Last month, Wall Street Journal made a wonderful suggestion to fellow Americans to skip their breakfast due to rising inflation. That's a kind of suggestion former Indian Premier gave to his fellow Indians in 1965 war with Pakistan during an ongoing famine. North Korea in 1990s, which was suffering through a terrible famine, adopted a slogan which cheerfully asked its impoverished citizens to eat less. And the Venezuelans, who are automatically forced to eat less thanks to the Western sanctions. Same is the fate in Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and even once a rich nation like Argentina. This headline by Wall Street Journal deserves additional attention because it accurately summarizes the economy and not just a clickbait. At this point in capitalism, the poor must make do with less, while the rich are not required to make any concessions. Taxing the wealthy to fight inflation is impossible, since doing so would hinder economic expansion. Now, it would be far better for everyone at the top if the lowest half of society ate a little less. After all, who really needs a breakfast, right? The 5 biggest oil and gas firms earned a total of $200 billion in earnings last year. The enormous $40 billion in earnings generated by Shell were the biggest in its 115-year history. You probably don't need me to tell you that energy costs have skyrocketed and that heating your home now comes at a steep price. Now, what do these energy giants intend to do with all that cash? They transfer it via share buyback programs to shareholders. Despite the fact that you may currently have to choose between heating and eating, businesses are nonetheless creating enormous sum of profit and distributing it to the shareholders, and that too at the cost of your breakfast.